It was freezing that night. The kind of cold that seeps right through your bones. On a deserted highway outside Denver, a young single dad named Luke Miller saw something most people would have just driven past: a broken-down car on the side of the road, hazards blinking weakly, and a man sitting inside, shivering and pale. Luke could have kept going. He had his little girl asleep in the back seat and barely enough gas to make it home. But something in his heart told him to stop. That moment, one small act of kindness, would change both their lives forever. Hey everyone, welcome to Your Channel Name, where real stories remind us that kindness still matters. If this story touches your heart, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support helps us keep bringing powerful stories like this to you every week. Luke Miller wasn't a man of much. He worked long hours at a small auto repair shop in town and lived in a modest rented apartment with his 6-year-old daughter, Emma. Since his wife passed away 2 years ago, Luke had been doing everything on his own: packing school lunches, tucking Emma in at night, and fixing up cars just to make ends meet. It had been a long day at work when the snow started to fall. Luke had picked up Emma from her babysitter, bundled her in a blanket in the back seat, and started the slow drive home. The roads were slick, visibility low. Then he noticed the car on the shoulder, hazard lights flashing like a weak cry for help. "Hang on, sweetheart," he whispered to Emma as he pulled over. Inside the stranded car sat an older man, probably in his late 60s, wearing a suit that looked far too thin for the weather. His hands trembled as he tried to start the car again. Luke knocked on the window, startling him. "You okay, sir?" Luke asked, his voice calm but firm. The man rolled down the window slightly, cold air rushing in. "The car, it just died. I called for help, but they said it could be hours." Luke nodded, quickly assessing the situation. The man's lips were pale, his breath shallow. He was clearly not used to this kind of cold. "Pop your hood." "Let me take a look," Luke said. Within minutes, Luke was under the hood, flashlight in hand, snow melting on his shoulders. The problem was simple: a dead alternator. Without it, the battery couldn't keep the car running. There was no way this man was going anywhere tonight. Luke helped him out of the car and into his truck, where the heater was running full blast. Emma stirred in the back seat, rubbing her eyes. "Daddy, who's that?" she asked softly. "This is Mr. Luke began. "Charles," the man said, giving a weak smile. "Charles Bennett." "Well, Mr. Bennett," Luke replied, "you're freezing. Let's get you somewhere warm." They stopped at a small diner a few miles down the road. Luke ordered 3 hot chocolates and a bowl of soup for the stranger. Emma, cheerful and curious as always, sat beside Charles, chatting away about her drawings and her favorite storybooks. Charles listened, smiling more with every word she said. He'd been quiet at first, clearly uncomfortable being helped by a stranger, but there was something about Luke and Emma, something genuine, that disarmed him. When they finished eating, Luke called for a tow truck and waited until it arrived. He gave Charles a ride to the nearest motel, paid for his room, and handed him a business card from his auto shop. "Bring your car by tomorrow." "I'll take care of it," Luke said. Charles hesitated. "You've already done too much. Let me at least pay you back." Luke shook his head. "Don't worry about it. Just get some rest." And with that, he walked away, carrying a sleepy Emma in his arms. The next morning, Luke was back at work early. The same tow truck pulled into the shop, dropping off the fancy black sedan he'd seen last night. True to his word, Luke got to work immediately, replacing the alternator and checking every wire twice. By noon, the car was ready. When Charles arrived, he looked like a completely different man, freshly shaved, neatly dressed, and grateful beyond words. "How much do I owe you?" he asked, pulling out a checkbook. Luke wiped his hands on a rag and smiled. "Let's call it even. You already bought Emma that hot chocolate." Charles chuckled, shaking his head. "You're a good man, Luke. There aren't many like you anymore." Luke shrugged. Just doing what anyone would do. But Charles knew better. A week passed. Life went back to normal for Luke and Emma: morning cereal, bedtime stories, and weekends at the park. He didn't think much about the man he'd helped. Until one Friday afternoon, a sleek black limousine pulled up outside the shop. Everyone stopped what they were doing. Out stepped Charles Bennett, except this time, Luke noticed the security detail and the insignia on the car door. It turned out Charles Bennett wasn't just a businessman. He was the Charles Bennett, CEO of Bennett Industries, one of the largest corporations in the state. "Luke," Charles said warmly, walking up to him. "I've been looking for you." Luke blinked, wiping oil from his hands. "For me? Why?" Charles smiled and handed him an envelope. Inside was a check enough to pay off his debts, buy a house, and secure Emma's future. "I don't need your money," Luke said quickly, handing it back. "I didn't help you for a reward." "I know," Charles replied. "That's exactly why I want you to have it." Luke hesitated, unsure what to say. But Charles continued, his voice softer now. "You reminded me what matters, Luke. I've spent years surrounded by people who only cared about what I could give them. You didn't want anything, you just helped. I haven't felt that kind of kindness in a long time." Despite the offer, Luke refused the check. He thanked Charles for his generosity but said he'd rather earn his way, just like always. But a few days later, something unexpected happened. When Luke picked Emma up from school, he noticed a brand new sign outside the building, Bennett Scholarship Fund for Families in Need. It was dedicated in memory of Luke's late wife, Sarah Miller, a name only Luke had mentioned in passing that night at the diner. Tears filled his eyes as he read the plaque. Emma tugged at his sleeve. "Daddy, that's Mommy's name." He nodded, voice trembling. "Yeah, baby. It is." From that day on, dozens of children, including Emma, received full scholarships, meals, and supplies, thanks to the kindness Luke had shown a stranger on a snowy night. Years passed, and though Luke never sought attention, word spread about the mysterious mechanic who'd once helped a billionaire without asking for a dime. Reporters tried to track him down, but he quietly declined every interview. He didn't want fame or fortune. He just wanted to raise his daughter right, to teach her that the smallest act of kindness could ripple further than she could ever imagine. And in a way, that's exactly what happened. Emma grew up watching her father live by that lesson. She went on to study social work, dedicating her life to helping others. Every time she handed a meal to a hungry family or comforted a scared child, she carried a piece of that cold night with her, a night when her dad proved that kindness needs no audience, no reward, and no spotlight. Sometimes, the people who have the least to give end up giving the most. Luke Miller didn't change the world with money or power. He changed it with heart, with a single decision to stop on a lonely road when no one else would. Charles Bennett never forgot that, and neither did Emma. Kindness, you see, doesn't need to be grand. It just needs to be real. And when it is, it has the power to change lives in ways we might never see. So the next time you have a chance to help someone, even in the smallest way, take it. You never know who you might be saving, or how far that kindness might travel. If this story warmed your heart, don't forget to subscribe to your channel name for more powerful stories like this. Like the video, share it with your friends, and comment below with a story of kindness that changed your life. Because sometimes, all it takes is one person, one moment to remind the world that kindness still wins.